Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Batman and the Outsiders, issue number 8. I'm happy to see that Mr. Hill will be going past issue number 8. His original idea was that he only had until issue 8, and then he wasn't planning on doing anything afterwards. I'm glad he's changed his mind. Also, as I've mentioned many times before, very glad he's working on Cassandra. I can see something coming up with Cassandra soon. For right now, it's still a lot of potential energy. No actual kinetic yet. But we're getting there, clearly. And hell's going to break loose once it does. Okay, so also, I like how, even though it's just whatever it is, and we're not really dealing with it too much in here, I like that we've got the Year of the Villain thing still once in a while. This is one of those things where it's like, you just see it, it's like, okay, hi, it still exists, yeah, whatever, and then it moves on. It doesn't even feel the need to put it on the title anymore, because, honestly, who cares? So, yes, I've met my quota. Now let's move on with my actual story, which is at least good. All right. So this issue is called A League of Their Own, Part 1. Brian Hill is the writer, Dexter Soy on art, Veronica Gandini on colors, Clayton Cowles doing the letters, Tyler Kirkham and Neil Ruffino doing the cover. We got Chris Burham and Nathan Fairbairn doing the variant cover. And Batman was created by Bill Finger. I know Bob Kane was there doing something, but we don't know exactly what he was doing. We sure as hell can't take him at his word for it. Anyway, so we got a bad guy becoming good and a good guy becoming bad. And, yeah, all hell is about to break loose. But fortunately, we've got a super awesome protector of Gotham City, and his name is Jefferson Pierce. That's right. Batman is kind of ineffective right now because, well, this is the first comic book that I'm noticing is actually dealing with the death of Alfred. Batman is not nearly as effective as he used to be. So he's really into the blame game right now. While, he says he's blaming himself, but he's lashing out at everybody around him. I love that Jefferson Pierce is, Black Lightning is actually the shoulder that he's leaning on. And he really does lean on him, like physically as well, I love that. That's actually, it almost looks like he's holding him up, Batman needs somebody like that. He can't necessarily deal with somebody in his family doing that. It's got to be somebody outside the family, somebody who he wants to be effective while still not too damn close to him, but someone who he's at least familiar with. Anyway, yeah, Black Lightning, in my opinion, is pretty much the perfect character for that. You can't even do that with Clark. You know what I'm saying? If you do that with Superman, it's like, come on, dude. Come on. The last person he can look weak in front of is Superman. We know this. So anyway, Sophia winds up joining Batman's team. She's going to be slow in the uptake to actually join that team, but she's there. So, yay, new member of the Outsiders, I hope, to replace, the jackass. the guy with the guns. Like, seriously, how the heck was he permitted on that team in the first place? Anyhow, I also love the relationship that we're currently getting between... Actually, Katana, it's funny. Katana has a lot of relationships going. She's got a relationship with Jefferson Pierce, as we've seen. I'm not sure why Jefferson Pierce needed her with him when he was going to blow up that plane. You got to read the comic book to understand why that was crucial. But he had her there. I think he just wanted to share the moment. I'm not entirely sure. But either way... The art on this, like Dexter Soy, this might be Dexter Soy's best issue yet on this book because, wow, you really get to see what people are feeling. The facial expressions, the body language. Like if somebody's sad, it's not just... We're happy in comic books if we get to see somebody actually has a sad face, but actually seeing shoulders slumped and stuff like that, we don't always see stuff like that. So really excited about the art that I'm seeing right now in this comic book. I feel like Soy's just like, you know what? I'm going to make this the best comic book ever. And Hill's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Catch up, son. Anyway, I love that she's also got Katana also has a relationship going right now with Sophia. It's an interesting relationship, but I like it nonetheless. Sophia, she's like, I don't sleep. And Katana's like, well, here, we could do this and this and this instead. And she's like, oh, yeah. Oh, so that's the kind of person you are. Yeah, you know what? I think I will go sleep. I dig on that. Back to Soy again. He's drawing Duke actually like a kid, which, wow, I think that we've forgotten that Duke was actually a kid. He's also dealing with his new powers. We're seeing that. It's kind of cool. I'm digging on that. But he actually has these two together. Could there be a relationship there? Could this be the new Teen Titans book, since the Teen Titans book is ending pretty soon? Damn it, DC. Damn it. Anyway, this could very well be like that because seeing Cassandra and Duke hooking up, or just even if they're not hooking up, it doesn't have to be a hooking up thing. Just the idea that they're actually talking to each other and there's some kind of a friendship, deeper than friendship thing there. I love the idea of that because these two, like they both, right now, Duke especially, the Signal, he's especially dealing with that. Hey, I just had these powers. All of a sudden, now they're completely shifted on their axis. Wow. And their darkness, which is exactly what Cassandra feels, Orphan feels all the time. I'm digging on that. Also, I'm seeing a little bit of something in the wordplay here. I'm always careful to watch out what exactly it is that Hill writes. She writes, I'm not going to be okay until I face my mother. Duke says, don't worry, we will. Are we seeing how this story is going to play out right now? I'm paying attention to that. On top of that, it looks like Ishmael's still doing his business. We don't actually see him being the trigger man, so to speak, but somebody looks like they get taken out. A friend of Jefferson Pierce winds up getting taken out. This is not a DC Black Label, so I don't expect to see all that bloody gore gruesomeness. We do see a blood splatter, but it's a comic book. It could be that they just cut the hand and said, oh, look, see the blood everywhere. It was just a real close up. You thought it was like far away and it was all that blood, right? I don't know if this person's dead or not, but a slice of blood and some, a little house explosion, like turned on the gas and then lit the, the pilot light and all that. There's a possibility. There's a possibility that somebody might be dead. It is actually Ra's al Ghul behind everything. So he is. First off, I got to comment how I love the idea that we're on issue 8. We got a brand new story arc starting, and Hill is still staying with the exact same story. This is not, 6 issues and then we're done. We got to move on and do another villain of the week or month or whatever the heck it is and go on. No. Hill has a story to tell. And to hell with anybody, DC, Warner Brothers, your mom, if they want to try and tell him no. He's got a story to tell and he's telling the story. One of the actual bravest things that I see in comic books, because usually that's not the case. Not the case at all. There's a story to be told and it's cool. Now, is it okay to see Ra's al Ghul, who's been pretty successful so far, but hasn't been ultimately successful? Yeah, when he ramps things up like he just did in this issue, I'm going to say yes. He went out of his way to make everybody really messed up, to try and give everybody a different emotion so they're not all on the same page. They're all on different pages. They're all on different wavelengths, right? And here, he's going to give some kind of a personal tragedy to Jefferson Pierce. Yeah, I'm on board for that. All right, guys, before I completely lose my voice, I'm out. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.